This is Tuesday, February 9th, PSL. The first question here wants us to write an equation from the table. Remember, first we've got to find our slope, the change in the y over the change in the x. When you're going from -3 to 1, you're adding 2. Going from -2 to -1, you're adding 1. Remember that my slope is that change in the y, which is 2, over my change in the x, which is 1, which could also be just written as 2. Now remember, my b, that's going to be my y-intercept. B is where x is 0. So right here, my x is 0, so what's my value for y? It's 1. Now you've got everything you need to write your equation. You just got to write y equals m, my slope, x, plus my b, my y-intercept, 1. And that's all you do to write your equation for that line from the table. Now looking at finding the volume of a pyramid. Remember, to find the volume of the pyramid is 1/3, that capital B stands for the area of the base, times the height of the pyramid. Well, our height of the pyramid is going to be that 5. So the base is that, well, it's actually a square down at the bottom, that 3 by 3. The area of the base is going to be that 3 times 3, which is 9. So now we have everything we need to write this, find the volume. The volume is going to be 1/3 the area of the base, which is 9, times the height, which is 5. When we solve that, that's going to be 15 meters cubed. Now again, looking at this next one, the pyramid has a square base, and the 7.5 is going to be our height. So to find the area of the base, that's going to be the 5 times the 5, which is 25. Now to find the volume, we're going to take 1/3 that area of the base, which is 25, times that height, which is 7.5, we plug that into our calculator, we're going to get 62.5 feet. Remember, volume is cubed. So now let's look at question 4. Question 4 is asking us to find the circle with the radius of 3.5 inches. We need to find the circumference and the area. So right off, we know that the radius is 3.5. That's already given to us. So now first off, we need to find the circumference. Remember, circumference is 2 pi r. So circumference equals 2 pi times 3.5. When we take this, we're going to end up with 21.99. And remember, when we're rounding to the tenths, that's the one place after the decimal. So that makes this 9 go up, which is going to actually make this 22.0. And that is inches. Now looking at finding the area, though, the area, remember, is pi r squared. So we're just going to take our pi times our 3.5 squared. When we punch that in the calculator, remember to use that pi button, it is 38.5 inches squared. Now looking at this next one, it's a little bit different on us because what's given to us is our diameter. We've got a diameter of 12. But if I have a diameter, remember that the radius is going to be half of that diameter. So the radius is half of 12, which is 6. So now to find the circumference, remember it's 2 pi times my radius, which is 6. Plug that into the calculator using that pi button, and we get 37.7 meters. And lastly, we've got our area for this one. Is pi, my radius is 6 squared. Again, using the pi button, you'll get 113.1, because we're rounding to the tenths, meters squared.